If you fail to repay this loan, on the agreed date, I will come and take your daughter Iruka to work in my farms till the debt is fully repaid.
In the peaceful village of Baji, there lived a wealthy trader named Madi. Madi, known for his generosity, many villagers benefited from his benevolence. Madi had a loving family, his wife, a son, and a beautiful daughter named Iruka. His elder brother, Nazu, relied heavily on him for financial support. Madi's life was filled with happiness and prosperity. Iruka had a lover named Dubem. Their love was pure and intense, an inseparable bond that saw them working together in the fields and wandering through the bush to check Dubem's traps. Their future seemed bright, filled with dreams of marriage and a life together. One day, as Dubem and Iruka walked through the forest, Dubem sighed deeply and his voice heavy with sadness.
Iruka, my father wants me to go to the city to learn a trade.
But Dubem, what about us? How can we cope without seeing each other?
I don't know, but I promise you, no matter what, I will come back to you.
Dubem's departure left an ache in Iruka's heart. 2 years passed, and Madi's business began to falter. Despite his best efforts, he couldn't prevent its eventual collapse. Desperation settled in, and Madi turned to Nazu for advice. "You must borrow money from the village moneylender to restart your business," Nazu suggested. With no other options, Madi approached the moneylender, who agreed to the loan, but with a harsh condition. "If you fail to repay the debt on time, your son will have to work on my farm until the debt is cleared," the moneylender warned. Reluctantly, Madi accepted the terms, hoping he could turn things around before the deadline. Unfortunately, the moneylender couldn't provide the full amount Madi needed. Nazu suggested approaching another moneylender in a neighboring village. This lender, known as Edu, also imposed a severe condition.
If you fail to repay this loan, on the agreed date, I will come and take your daughter Iruka to work in my farms till the debt is fully repaid.
Desperate and unable to see his family starve, Madi agreed, believing in his business expertise and ability to turn things around, so as to pay back the money on time. For a while, Madi's business began to recover, and he managed to start repaying the loans. Madi did not know that Nazu was consumed by animosity, jealousy, and greed over a little disagreement they once experienced and peacefully settled. He performed a charm to ruin his business, ensuring his brother would fail. Nazu had also conspired with the moneylenders to set such harsh conditions, all to ruin Madi's family and life. Madi's business, once again, crumbled under the weight of misfortune. Unable to repay the loans, the moneylenders came to collect their due. The first moneylender took Madi's son to work on his farm, while Edu demanded for Iruka. But he had no intention of merely making her work. He wanted to forcefully marry her. He bought gifts for Iruka to sway her into marrying him, and also promised that he shall waive the debt should Iruka agree to marry him. Iruka's mind was solely focused on Dubem, and she had resolved to work till the debt is fully repaid, regardless of how long it took. Life became miserable for Madi and his family. Their once lovely home was now filled with sorrow. The villagers who once benefited from Madi's generosity offered no help. Edu began to make preparations to take Iruka as his wife, despite Iruka rejecting his marriage advances. One evening when she visited her parents, Iruka wept in her room. Madi entered, tears streaming down his face, and he stated,
"Iruka, I am so sorry. I failed you."
It's not your fault, Papa. We will find a way.
Iruka replied, trying to be brave for her father. Meanwhile, Dubem had completed his training in the city and was now a successful businessman. His thoughts never strayed far from Iruka, and he eagerly returned to Baji, ready to fulfill his promise to marry her. Upon his return, he was met with the heartbreaking news of what had befallen Madi's family. Fury and sorrow welled up within Dubem. Determined to save Iruka, he went to Maddie's house and proposed a plan. "Uncle Maddie, we will free your son and Iruka. Trust me," Dubem said with determination. Together, they went to the moneylender holding Maddie's son and paid off the debt, freeing him. They afterwards approached Edu, who had taken Iruka, offering him the full debt amount, and he refused to take same. When they sensed his evil intent, Dubem doubled the amount Maddie owed, yet he refused to accept it. Edu sneered, refusing the money. "She will be my wife, not yours," he spat. Dubem's anger flared, but he kept his composure. "You'll regret this. We will see what the elders have to say." As threatened, Maddie and Dubem reported the matter to the elders of Edu's village. The elders summoned Edu to explain his actions. Under the stern gaze of the elders, Edu's resolve began to crumble. Unable to justify his refusal, he finally confessed that Nazu had orchestrated the entire scheme, planting the charm that ruined Maddie's business and conspiring with both moneylenders to destroy Maddie's family. The village was shocked by the revelation. Nazu was summoned to defend himself, but was unable to do so, as the evidence against him was much. He confessed to everything, his voice trembling with guilt and fear. The villagers were now filled with anger towards Nazu, as they know the contribution and financial gifts Maddie had provided to him. The elders decreed that Nazu be banished from the village, his treachery too great to be forgiven. Iruka was returned to her family without any further demands, and Edu, who had sought to forcefully marry her, was stripped of his rights and privileges in his village, having benefited from the village benevolence when he commenced his business. Dubem, true to his word, proposed to Iruka, and their wedding was arranged. As Iruka prepared for her wedding, she turned to Dubem.
"I never lost hope. I knew you would come back to me."
I promised, did I not? Nothing will keep us apart.
Dubem smiled, taking her hand. Maddie's family, though overwhelmed by the whole problem, found new hope in the union of Dubem and Iruka. Dubem provided funds for Maddie to revive his business, and this time, the business flourished. This story from Motherland Tales teaches a lesson that conspiracy has huge consequences and that advice and suggestions should be evaluated before acting on them. Please subscribe, like, share and comment to our channel so that whenever we post a new video, you will be the first to be notified. Thanks for watching.